That's my comeback. Come back. Let's get it. Let's get it rolling. All right. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, tell the audience what they've won this morning on our game show. No, just joking. That's our next show that's coming up. I want to write a game show. I think I'll do that. How do you find us? There you go. Here's our social media, all the social media ways you can follow the show, email, and phone number. So, Josh, let's go back. I got a couple quick things we got to do because there's two more stories I want to make sure we get to, or a couple more comments. Let's go to, I was going to play videos today. We're not going to. We only have 20 minutes to finish this out. Let's go ahead and put the Cory Booker. Let's just go ahead. He's impressive, number 40. Okay. So here's a couple things that I want to follow up, and then I want to wrap up with this morning. Let's see. De Blasio's opening statement. He attacked Biden and Harris. Michael Bennet, Colorado. He is Colorado. Is he a senator from Colorado? Michael Bennet. He saw a church sign that said "America, love it or leave it" on a church in his opening statement. Bennet again. Kids belong in the classroom, not cages. They're all trying to get their zingers. My opinion is climate change has drove Governor Inslee from Washington State crazy. Gillibrand was involved with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. She helped repeal that. Cory is what she's saying. Cory Booker went after Trump for attacking Baltimore. He opened up. He went after, that's his breakout moment. He went after Trump. Booker to a heckler. There was a heckler in a crowd, a couple of them last night. Joe Biden goes after the president. Mr. President, we love this country and we're going to stay here. Kamala Harris has a private plan, a public plan. How many times in 2 nights did you hear private plan, public plan, buy into Obamacare, public option in Obamacare? $1,000. I do not know what the health care plan, and that is great for Republicans. Republicans should be out there right now saying, can you figure out in any way whatsoever what the health care plan is for the American people when it comes to Democrat candidates? I can't believe. Okay. Theo. Kirsten Gillibrand. Theo. Let me see what I got. Castro's mother had diabetes. We know that. Stumbling, stuttering, stammering Biden last night. Stumbled through about, he is what they have. Biden, that's a lot of malarkey. Just going through some things that were said, that's a lot of malarkey. There was more concern last night about opening the border to anybody that wanted to come into this country than the poor children in the inner city. Now, they said they will pour money in the inner city, and politicians can steal it. Inslee, Inslee from Washington State, his comment, Inslee, we can no longer allow a white nationalist to be in the White House. Oh, they were smooth last night, were they not, folks? Oh, they were smooth last night. We can no longer allow a white nationalist, Inslee said, to be in the White House. Let's see. So Cory Booker looks at Joe Biden and said, we have a saying back in Newark. You dip in the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor. Oh my God, Cory. Are you dipping in the Kool-Aid, Cory? Huh? You know the flavor? Marijuana justice, Cory Booker. Marijuana justice. Castro. Police reform. Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, just a couple examples. We need police reform. We need to hold police officers accountable for excessive force. Inslee, police accountability, they'll take police accountability measures. Blasio, Why is this officer still on the force? Killed Eric Garner. And that was a big one, right? Let's see if I can get the jackass up there. Jackass, what number is he? What number is he? Because he was he had his jackass. Let's just go to number 9. This might not be the argument, but there's de Blasio and his smug New York look. And little Donnie Lemon, was it? Somebody said to the mayor of New York, where is it at? Jake Tapper. Mayor de Blasio, why is the police officer on the force still? After he killed Eric Garner, why is he still there? We need criminal justice reform equals reforming our police officers, folks. Every time you question me, Joe Biden said, every time you question me, do you realize Obama picked me? Obama did 10 background checks on me. The best decision he ever made. So you guys just keep ripping me apart, but you're ripping Obama apart. Kirsten Gillibrand, he should be fired. This is the police officer, okay? What is his name? I forget his name. Eric Garner got choked 11 times. Theo, I forget Theo's name. I forget the police officer's name. But man, he was exonerated, okay? No charges. And they want to know, Jake Tapper, why is he still on the force? What did Kirsten Gillibrand say? I would fire him today, okay? He should be fired, and he should be fired right now. All right, went back to busing. Now, here is one I want to finish up with because I don't want to talk about the death penalty and other things because we got more of this and we're keeping all the notes. But this is the lady right here, okay? And let's see if I can find her in a picture with Carmel. I know her name's Kamala Harris. I like to call her Carmel. See, now Carmel here is number 7. And Gabbard, right? That's her name, Senator Gabbard from Ohio. No, Senator Gabbard from Hawaii, if that's her real name. Kamala Harris used to be a district attorney around Oakland, okay? Where she hung out with the brothers, and she was smoking a spliff with Snoop Dogg as she was rapping to Tupac, whatever, okay? But here's Gabbard, I like this. She looks at Harris and she says, as a DA, 1,500 people in jail over marijuana violations. Then you laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. You put 1,500 people in jail over marijuana violations and then laughed about it when you were asked if you smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. Now Gabbard is looking at the audience. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She had evidence. There was a man on death row. She had evidence, okay, that would have freed this man off death row, all right? And she did not produce it until the courts made her do that. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. Mr. Guard, I thought I got out today. I got the whole calendar up there. I exit every day. Every day I put a little X on there. One more day closer to me and freedom. No, your calendar's wrong. Look at the year, look at the date. You don't get out for another 6 months. No, I'm for sure it's today. She kept people in prison, folks, beyond their sentence to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system. Now, this will take a minute, okay? Let me tell you something. I'm not going to go too deep, and some people are going to argue with me. If you are arrested today, and I hope you're not, but if someone in America is arrested today and they have a piece of property, okay, to put up for bail, they will get out. If they have a family member with a piece of property that will pledge the property, they may get out. If they are fortunate enough to have enough money or some other way to pledge their bond, they will get out. But if you have no option, you're in America today and you're arrested for something, no matter what it is, and you don't have a family member with property, and you don't have a family member with over $300, and you need $6,000 to get out, and there's no one that's going to bond you because there's no one going your bond, there's nothing to back it. A lot of people in prison today, because they can't bond out, that due to their circumstances or the charges would normally get bonded out. That's not a good system in this country. I think we would argue about that, but I'm just telling you, okay? Let's see. So the last one, and she fought to keep cash bail system. You got to look this up or read, in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. Now, she went after her. I loved it. Now, what I want to say is, if we always talk about the media, if there's last night, okay, CNN should have been able to pull some of that information and say, okay, okay, hold on a minute, I got it here a second. Okay, Senator Harris, Senator Gabbard, she has some facts here. By the way, as DA, this, and this. So how do you answer her comments? It's not a debate, folks. It's not a debate. I got to get off that, Josh, because I want to do a couple other things before we leave this morning. Josh, you've done an outstanding job getting all the pictures up and ready. So let me go here and let me see what I want. Let me go down the line. I know I did that. Baltimore. When you're throwing money into it, don't forget, we're not going to play the video I had. Don't forget that they have education and poured billions of dollars into Baltimore, and it will not, absolutely will not, has not helped. So hold on, let me check this text. It may be something concerning the show, and I want to make sure that I haven't. Sorry about that. Hold on, everybody chill, everybody chill. Okay. Let me see what it is. Maybe somebody wants to tell me. All right. All right. So sorry about that. A couple articles I want to be highlight before we go. Ben Carson. Josh, I can't. Let me see where that picture is. Let's go to number 13. This is the Secretary of Housing and HUD and Housing, or Economic Development, not Development, Urban Development. Secretary Ben Carson. When I was a doctor, I didn't want to send kids back into homes infested with rats and violence. See, Ben Carson is from Baltimore, and I don't know if you're watching this morning anywhere. This is what he told Tucker Carlson. HUD Secretary Ben Carson weighed in on the president's feud with Representative Elijah Cummings and his comments about the city of Baltimore. Carson said he agreed the city is in bad condition and suggested to President Trump today to work with Representative Cummings to bring some relief to the city. I don't think Elijah Cummings is a bad person, Carson said in an interview with Fox News' Tucker Carlson. I think he actually is working hard to try to help people. And I certainly don't think President Trump is a bad person. He's working hard. In fact, I asked him today to see what he can't do to work for Baltimore. Now, that is, you're going to say, some of you say, well, why did Ben Carson say anything nice about Elijah Cummings? He's killing him with kindness. Total kindness. Killing him with kindness. Hey, Mr. President, maybe you work with Elijah Cummings. What if President Trump does something and some things turn around in Baltimore? Wow, how about that? Because President Trump put it on blast. I can't stay in that article, so let's go with this. We do know that Elijah Cummings, I don't know the number, but let's put the teeth up. If you can find Elijah Cummings with the teeth, we'll wrap up because we only got 9 minutes. Representative Cummings in 1999, we did have the video, we're not going to play it. I left my community of Baltimore this morning, a drug-infested area. There's a video, all right, from 1999 when Cummings says 40 miles down the road from here, Washington, D.C., is Baltimore, Maryland, and it's a drug-infested area, okay? List goes on. We've talked about the billions and billions of dollars, okay? There's a lot of news out there. We only had 2 hours. I just wanted to break down that, hey, this is the best they have, and this is not a debate. We'll talk more about it later, okay? So let's see. What Biden tells Harris to go easy on him during the debate. We got that one. All right, and then we have Trump. Do you have the Trump video? It's 2 minutes long. They said he never visited 9/11. Trump said, I went down to 9/11. Went down to the towers after the attack on 9/11. The media attacked Trump that he never went down there and this and that. He didn't go to Trump. Trump did not go down there. Trump actually went there and took workers to help that he paid. Let's go ahead and run that video. I think it's worth it to run this morning, Josh.
Now, just a few moments ago, Donald Trump passed through here, so we had a minute to talk with him. Let's roll that tape. You can see what he had to say.
Well, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen two huge 110-story buildings that are reduced to rubble, thousands and thousands of lives. I just got to see something that I've never seen before. I have hundreds of men inside working right now, and we're bringing down another 125 in a little while, and they've never done work like this before. And they're hardworking people, but they've never seen anything like it, and they've never done work like this before. It's terrible.
Tell me what it's like at Ground Zero. Tell me about the workers that you saw and what they're doing there.
Well, not only is it devastation, but it's very dangerous because every few minutes a whistle would go off and everybody would just run because you have all the buildings around it, which are in such a weakened state that people just don't know. And so they just have to take off. And then they come back and they're working under 50-story buildings that you don't know if they're going to fall down. So it's a terrible thing for the workers, and it's a terrible thing for the world, really.
How have you spoken to any of your men? Do you know how they're reacting to this? Because emotionally, this must be so incredibly difficult.
Well, there are a lot of them, but they've never seen bodies like this. I mean, the bodies all over. The great thing is when they find somebody that's alive, like the 5 firemen that they just found a little while ago. So that's the great thing, and that's what they're all striving for. But generally speaking, that's not the case. That's not the case. So they are working very, very hard, but it's a very depressing situation for these folks.
As you walked around and as you saw the piles of rubble, there are thousands of families out there who are hoping that someone might be in a pocket somewhere, still alive, still breathing, waiting to be dug up. As you assess that damage from your perspective, do you believe that's possible?
Well, I would certainly not want to be the one to say it's not possible. Certainly it's a tough situation, but you can't give up hope because there's always hope. I mean, the 5 men, I'm sure their families thought that they probably were gone, and now they walk in the door. A couple of them walked away after they were dug out. So there probably are some more people in there, and therefore you can't give up hope.
Okay, folks, he was attacked. You know, I'm just going to call it the 9/11 healthcare bill. I forget the name of it. And they signed it the other day to give benefits and health care to 9/11 survivors. I don't want to belabor that because our time is up in a couple minutes. But immediately, everything this guy does, he gets attacked. Now, in that interview, that's the real Donald Trump. That's the guy who went down there, brought men down there. He did not brag. He was not being, this is about me. That was a very good interview. And by the way, he happened to have been there. A couple quick ones. Rachel Maddow. Don't want to pass this one up real quick. I think that is number. If you can get me, she's a good guy. Where's his picture? Where I thought I cropped number 14. Let's just go with that a minute. Rachel Maddow. It's been more than a year since MSNBC star host Rachel Maddow beat Fox Channel. Top channel host rated Sean Hannity to take the title. most watched host in all cable news. At the time, March 2018, the Rachel Maddow Show finished in first place with an average total audience of 3.58 million viewers. All right, she was up there. She was crying. She had everybody hanging on her last word. Since it's the first time since October 2018, Maddow has finished outside of the top 3 cable news shows among total viewers. She is in the tank. In the tank. Hannity's back on top. People are not watching her. Last but not least, okay, this article, and I want to leave with this, all right? Democrat House anonymously okays gay reparations bill giving tax refunds to same-sex couples. July 25th, 2019, the Democrat-controlled U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday approved legislation enabling married same-sex couples to seek millions in tax refunds for unions that were not previously recognized under federal law. The Pride, you can go look it up, I'll give it to you, promoting respect for individuals, dignity, and equality. How would Black America feel this morning if you know, not only Michelle, that you did not get a cookout? All right? That's it. How would you feel all across this country, from Cleveland to Detroit to Baltimore to Philadelphia, all your rat-infested communities, your houses are falling down, that gay couples in America, the LGBTQF community, F is for flamer, they're getting reparations. And it's being hidden. You need to watch how many Republicans do this too. You need to call your congressman. I'm going to give you the number. I'm going to say it one more time. We started with the show. I'm on the kickback mode. It's kickback time. All right, show's almost over. It's Thursday. Here's the dealio, folks. If Bill and Larry, we're going with Bill and Larry, if they've been married legally, since the Supreme Court said, hey, it's your thing, do what you want to do. We can't tell you who to sock it to. Ever since that happened, right? Legally, you can now file your taxes as a married couple to the IRS. You can file married. Simple, right? Now, let's say Bill and Larry have been together. We got to do one of them videos. This is Bill. This is Larry. They met on this day. But the government did not recognize that Bill loved Larry. Okay, so that being said, I'll never say that again. So let's say they've been together 2 years. So 8 of those years, they had to file single with no dependents. We'll have to explain to you how that works later. So Bill and Larry have been filing single for 8 years with no dependents, but they were in love, living together and watching movies on the couch with popcorn. While you and I, the evil men and women, unified in holy matrimony, filed a joint return saving money, not single. Well, that wasn't fair to Bill and Larry for all 8 years that they were together. I wonder how far back this will go. So now not only can they file as a couple, married, they can now go back so far and refile as married, and they're going to get a tax check. It's going to be great, man. They're going to get their refund. They're going to be down buying furniture, new cars, everything. You know what happens? They're getting a refund. Here is the House bill. Let me give it to you. It is called the Pride Bill. That's right. Look it up. HR 3299, HR 3299, Promoting Respect for Individuals, Dignity and Equality Act of 2019. I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow, Friday, Sycamore Crossing. Can't wait. Rick will be your host. He's going to do an amazing job. Ask the Doctor, Dr. William Whaley. Okay. The All-Star Political Panel. North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director, Cameron Hall, and the Pet of the Week from the Humane Society. The puppies will be there. I'm just going to throw my hands up. Did you get the cue, Josh? Throwing my hands up with this whole mess that they called a debate. It's not a debate, and we'll close with this. It's the best they have, folks. I'm out. I'll see you Monday, but come back tomorrow morning at 8.